This is what's left of Office Furniture Alley. It is a stark reminder of the devastation that happened here nearly 24 hours ago. It looks really bad, and that's because here it is. But there's also some good here. It's not very hard to find it. The route through Rosalie changed overnight. As state troopers lead the way, debris clutters what used to be woods and homes. The storm's path unmistakable by the sight of rubble, claiming this Christmas tree farm, damaging this church, crunching this family's home, and desecrating graves at Rosalie Cemetery.
That's a good size chunk of limestone, big piece of limestone, and it's just laid over. Just an idea of what a tornado is, the wind that's behind it.
But the heart of Rosalie still beats as volunteers come even before they're called to lend a hand to help the living and the dead.
They go together, but it's broken.
Even though it's devastation, we're still here. This is not something that's going to knock us down and get us down. We're going to keep moving.
And when it's time to take a break, Western Sizzle and Food Truck is open for business, serving for free
Philly steak or grilled chicken.
I'm cooking. Check this out. I gotta eat some cheese.
They're busy even just a few minutes after they opened. That's just how they want it.
We are local. We live right down the road. The tornadoes come right over our houses. So today we figured we got to get out and help our community.
You have somebody to help you?
No money involved. I mean, this is a bad time.
It just lets everybody know that there's some real good people out here.
As the sun sets, Rosalie prepares to take on a new day, a challenge, but not impossible. There are many on their side.
We're putting our faith in God and moving on. He's not going to put more on us than we can stand.
Keep up the good work, guys. Live in Rosalie, Kristen Connor, WHNT News 19. For Sarah Smith, getting a job at this Huntsville Cajun restaurant seemed at first a blessing.
I was thrilled. New business opening up, being able to start from the ground up to go.
But she says that dream turned sour, quickly learning working at the Salty Gator Trading Company wasn't for her.
No, not at any stretch of the imagination.
The problem is, she tells us after she quit working there in October, she still hasn't received her final paycheck.
They still owe me my last paycheck. It was a struggle to get the first check. And now they are giving me excuses of why I can't get paid for the second one.
She tells us she visited the restaurant and even sent texts to the owner, only to be told the check's in the mail.
My child needs to eat. Bills need to get paid. They're not.
Heather Arledge says the same thing happened to her after she was fired as a server also in October. She's still waiting for money, too.
Christmas is coming up. I'm owed roughly $900. I have to provide for my kids. I have a 5-year-old. He's in pre-K. I have a 2-year-old and I have a 1-year-old.
Heather and Sarah were not the only two that I spoke with before I called restaurant owner Doug Weaver, trying to sort it out. I'm Kristen with WHNT News 19. He acknowledged a disagreement.
We have secured an attorney over it because we have a dispute. They are saying one thing, we're saying another.
What is your side? Because that's why I'm calling you.
I don't have a side. I've been advised by my attorney not to have a side. I don't even know why the news would have anything to do with this.
Is there a reason they haven't been paid?
They have been paid. That's the dispute. Ma'am, I really don't have anything to say about this.
Weaver politely terminated the call, but was not willing to connect us with his attorney.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Meanwhile, these employees say they're fed up with waiting.
It's not fair. It's not morally right.
We followed as the group met at Huntsville's Wage and Hour Field Office. It's a division of the U.S. Department of Labor, the federal office in charge of enforcing the Fair Labor Standards Act. Only they were told, we can't help you. The office's Gulf Coast District Director explained to WHNT that these employees slipped through the cracks in regulations coverage. Because of dollar volume stipulations and other complications, none of them filed a claim. This leaves limited options for this group still waiting on their cash. Now they feel their only option is through the court.
I would like my paycheck. I wouldn't have contacted you if it wasn't for me not getting paid.
It's very frustrating.
In Huntsville, Kristen Connor, WHNT News 19. The Coles never could have seen this coming, but salmonella was not the only thing that had them praying in the days before and after their wedding. For Desiree Harrison, the day Martez asked her to become Mrs. Cole was one of the best days of her life. And she loves the ring he picked out.
He did a good job, I think.
They were on cloud 9 until the rehearsal dinner.
When I went to hold on to the rail, my ring just slipped off and went into the Tennessee River. I was so devastated. I just knew that it was over with. Like, I knew that nobody was gonna find it.
That was the day before the wedding, test number 1, and their faith never wavered.
I just kept saying, I trust God, I trust God, I trust God.
An hour before the wedding, he answered. A diver brought Desiree's ring straight to the church.
She was dripping in water. Like, oh my goodness, it was the best feeling. I remember telling her I loved her. Like, I know she probably thinks I'm crazy.
They said I do in a beautiful ceremony they'll cherish forever.
It was all perfect. It was just, I could really feel God.
But their reception brought test number 2. It's been the talk of the town for a week. More than 20 guests hospitalized after their caterer brought salmonella to the party.
As we were going on our honeymoon, we was just like, no, this can't be happening.
Thankfully, they remained healthy in Puerto Rico, but their thoughts were home with loved ones.
We just prayed, and we just kind of stayed united.
Now they know through the tests, that was the answer.
I just want to, encourage other people to as well. Like, just don't let trials beat you up.
This was the first test of our marriage. I believe we passed it. I do. So I'm like, we've overcome that. What else? What else?
Just amazing. Right now, this couple really trying to spend time with their ill family members and friends. They have been monitoring the news about their caterer, but they tell me right now, family is what is on their minds. They really learned to lean on each other this week.